In other news, it looks like some copies have been leaked out into the wild. There are some reports that people have found some copies in the wild, and that there's been a digital leak out there. Most likely, it was from Amazon employees. Seems to be, at least the information that I've seen on the internet about this. PS4 copy also seems to be out there in the wild, making its rounds. And because of this, there's sites like the Cyberpunk subreddit have noted very specific posts about like anti-spoilers. Don't put spoilers in titles. Don't put information up there. So something to be aware of now that we're 18 days out. If you don't want something spoiled, be very careful about the channels that you go to, about the news sources, about the YouTube videos you watch, those kinds of things, because there will be people out there spoiling it, including a stream that seemed to have gone up that actually had a spoiler version of the game by some guys who were, I guess, drunk or something. I believe it's now been taken down, but that was a thing that you could have stumbled upon. How do you guys feel about leaks and spoilers and all that? Last No Meal, it seems like you have some opinions about this.
There was a stream. Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, there's some conversation on Reddit about some guys who got a leaked copy and tried to stream it.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm always against spoilers and leaks. It's like, yeah, spoilers once the game is out, sure, but keep it in the chat. But leaks are nothing else but seeking attention or trying to maybe hurt the game, because they know that obviously the version that they have somehow is not the final version. It's the version without the day one patch, or the day zero patch, as they like to call it. So it's sad to hear this. But honestly, I think they should put more protection, like from Amazon side, like from the retailer side, they need to put more protection on this. Especially for a game of this size, it like, it's going to be out there. That people are going to be going out of their way to try and find something.
Yeah. It's tough. It's a tricky situation. I mean, Amazon has how many, I don't know, tens or hundreds of thousands of employees at this point. Like, I don't know what the size of the company is, but it's very large. And, locking that down can be very, very difficult when some employee feels like they're being screwed by the company and they just want to, make a name for themselves or whatever reason they have for doing it. I don't know. My recommendation is be careful. In chat, they're saying even in thumbnails, there might be spoilers. So be very careful about the channels that you're going to. Go to trusted channels. I can guarantee, will not be spoiling anything. We won't be putting anything out there. Last No Meal, he's against that as well. Go to some of these more trustworthy sources and stick with us for the next few weeks, because I think that you're probably going to be happier in the long run. Logan, do you have any thoughts on this?
Yeah, it sucks. I'm going to be blunt. These guys are jerks. If for one, you're stealing, because you shouldn't have the game. It's not allowed to be out yet. So if you did get it, you didn't get it by accident. You stole it. If you're streaming it, that's just dumb. Like, really, if people were getting consoles early, there was a couple of people out there putting videos about them getting consoles and they weren't news or content creators. Like, if that happens to you, just be happy, keep it to yourself. But honestly, like, the day one patch is going to be huge for this game. I am not going to be surprised if I have a big download to come with the day one patch. This game's gone gold for a couple months now, and they've been working on it since. So anything you play now is not going to be the best version of the game. So if you want to have a good version of the game, wait for day one patch, because that's going to be when you can actually play in the intended way that the developers are pushing it. So as far as like the spoilers and stuff like that, I tend to stay off Reddit, and I tend to stick to official channels that I can, because a lot of that stuff is questionable as far as its sources. Usually, if it's not being reported by a major outlet or by the companies themselves, I tend to question just how legitimate it is. So it's one of those things where I've not been spoiled by anything. I don't want to be spoiled by anything because it's just going to influence choices that I make, knowing something like knowing that Johnny was in a chip is a little bit different and was based on the information that was given to us. But if I find out something about like Judy, then that may influence how I create my character. Like I may try and sway my character design and character background to influence that thing. And I may know nothing about what her character is going to be like or what her role plays. And I may not like how she is when I actually play the game, but because of leaks and spoiled content, it influenced me a way that is now tampered with the experience that I think CDPR is trying to put here. And I just think that people really should take into consideration that it's in 18 days. We'll get the game ourselves. We'll have the day one patch. It's not that much longer to wait. And if you are if you want to enjoy this game the way it was intended, just chill, just stay off Reddit for a while, just stick to YouTube channels that have already kind of been out there putting out content, not fresh channels that have low sub counts that are trying to do a big hit so they can get a large number of influx of subscriptions. Stick with the trusted people, stick with the media outlets, stick with the game companies themselves, and try to tamper your temptation to look for that spoiler stuff if you're trying to have an authentic experience.
Yeah, just be careful out there. Nobody wants things to be spoiled, and this is a game that's taken 7 years to come out from a developer that has worked very, very hard for it. If it's something that you want more of, vote with your dollars, spend the money on it. If you want to wait till you find a sale, then wait till you find a sale. But legitimately buy the product is highly recommended. I'm sure the developers would appreciate that. They have families and bills and things just like everyone else.